Hey there, Warcraft fans. If you're feeling a bit burnt out from the current expansion content and looking for a fresh challenge, leveling up an allied race alt might just be what you need. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into Horde allied races, covering everything from how to unlock them to their unique racial traits, available classes, and a bit of their background story if you're unfamiliar with their lore. Now, if you're new to allied races, let me quickly explain what they are. These are races that are not available to play from the beginning of the game, but require specific achievements and level requirements to unlock. Currently, there are 5 Horde allied races: Highmountain Tauren, Orcs, Nightborne, Zandalari Trolls, and Vulpera. I'll be covering them from what I think are the fastest to unlock to the most time consuming, so stick around and let's get started. Let's start with Highmountain Tauren, a tribe of Tauren that reside in the high mountain region of the Broken Isles. To unlock this allied race, you'll need a level 45 Horde character, and you'll need to complete the achievement Ain't No Mountain High Enough. This requires you to finish every quest line in the High Mountain Zone, including the major storylines and side quests. Once you've completed the achievement, you'll be able to create a Highmountain Tauren character. They start off in High Mountain, but are given a portal immediately to Orgrimmar, allowing you to quickly access the rest of the Horde's territories. The racial trait abilities of the Highmountain Tauren are Bull Rush, which allows you to charge forward a short distance and knocking enemies down for 1 second. Mountaineer, which increases your versatility by 1%. Pride of Ironhorn, which increases mining skill by 5 and allows you to mine faster. Rugged Tenacity, which reduces damage taken by a certain amount. Waste Not, Want Not, where you have a chance to loot additional meat and fish. As a Highmountain Tauren, you cannot choose Paladin or Warlock. Highmountain Tauren druids have appearances similar to normal Tauren except for large moose antlers in their cat, bear, and moonkin forms. Their travel form is a moose. Next up is the Nightborne, which are a group of night elves that have lived in isolation in the city of Suramar for over 10,000 years. To unlock them, you need to have a level 45 Horde character and complete the achievement Insurrection, which involves completing every quest line in the Suramar zone. The racial trait abilities of the Nightborne are Ancient History, which increases inscription by 5, Magical Affinity, which increases magical damage by 1%, Cantrips, which conjures an Eldritch Grimoire, allowing you melee access for 1.5 minutes, Arcane Pulse, which deals arcane damage to nearby enemies and reduces their movement speed by 50%, Arcane Resistance, which reduces arcane damage by 1%, and as a Nightborne, you cannot choose Paladin, Shaman, or Druid. Nightborne start off in Suramar, but similar to Highmountain Tauren, are given a portal to Orgrimmar. Next up, we'll be exploring the Horde allied races that require the Battle for Azeroth expansion. First is the Vulpera, which are a small fox-like race that has survived in the deserts of Vol'dun. To unlock them, you need to have a level 50 Horde character and complete the achievement Secrets in the Sands, which involves completing all quest lines in the Vol'dun zone. The racial trait abilities of the Vulpera are Rummage Your Bag, which changes the contents of your bag of tricks, and Bag of Tricks, which pulls a random trick from your bag and uses it on the target. When you use Bag of Tricks, it puts a bag on the ground, which you then have to click on to use it. Make Camp, which sets up a camp at your location, has to be outside, and Return to Camp, which acts like a hearthstone and returns you to the camp with a 1-hour cooldown. This ability would be especially useful while leveling. For example, when you hit level 40, you can use your regular hearthstone, go back to the capital city, get your flying skill, and then click return to camp and immediately pick up where you were. Nose for Trouble, when you first take damage from an enemy, reduce that damage by 5% of your maximum health. Alpaca Saddlebags, which increases the size of your backpack by 8 slots. Fire Resistance, reduces fire damage by 1%. And as a Vulpera, you cannot choose Paladin or Druid. Next is the Maghar Orcs, which are a faction of orcs that have not been corrupted by the fell magic. To unlock them, you need to have a level 50 Horde character and complete the achievement Ready for War. Ready for War is the achievement for completing part 1 of the war campaign questlines in Zandalar and Kultiris, and they start by talking with Nathanos. The racial trait abilities for the Maghar Orcs are Ancestral Call, which invokes the spirits of your ancestors, increasing a random secondary stat for 12 seconds. Open Skies increases mount speed by 10%. Sympathetic Vigor increases pet health by 10%. Savage Blood reduces the duration of poisons, diseases, and curses by 10%. And as a Maghar Orc, you cannot choose Paladin, Warlock, or Druid. And the allied race that takes the longest to unlock is the Zandalari Trolls, who are part of a powerful troll empire that has been around for thousands of years. To unlock them, you need to have a level 50 Horde character, complete the achievement Zandalar Forever, and the achievement Tides of Vengeance. Zandalar Forever requires you to complete every quest line in Zandalar, Vol'dun, and Nazmir. Tides of Vengeance is part 2 of the war campaign in Battle for Azeroth. The racial trait abilities of the Zandalari Trolls are Embrace of the Loa, where you can choose your Loa, granting you a powerful ability. This has a 5-day cooldown, so you'll want to pick carefully. Your choices of Loa are Embracive Bwansamdi, where your damaging abilities have a chance to do shadow damage and then heal you for 100% of the damage. Embrace of Akunda, your healing abilities have a chance to heal their target. Embrace of Paku, your abilities have a chance to grant you 4% critical strike for 12 seconds. Embrace of Kimball, your damaging abilities have a chance to cause the target to bleed for 6 seconds. This can stack up to 3 times. Embrace of Gonk increases movement speed by 5%. Embrace of Kragwa, taking damage has a chance to grant you additional health and armor. The other racial traits are City of Gold, which increases gold earned from creatures by 2%. Terrordak Swoop, it's basically a glider. 15-minute cooldown. Regenerate 100% of your maximum health over 6 seconds. Interrupted by damage, has a 2.5-minute cooldown. Zandalari Trolls can be any class except Warlock. Zandalari Troll Druids have some unique shapeshift forms. Their bear form is a turtle. Their cat form is a scaly, lizardy, cat-like form. Their moonkin form is a sort of feathered lizard bird that kind of reminds me of an Arakoa. Travel form is a raptor on the land, a shark in the water, and a pterodactyl in the air. And Zandalari Paladins get a Crusader Direhorn for their Paladin mount. Also, by reaching level 50 with these races, you'll unlock a unique set of heritage armor that is exclusive to them. These sets not only look great, but they also serve as a symbol of the rich lore and history of the race you've chosen to play as. However, it's important to note that if you choose to boost your allied race character, you won't be able to unlock the armor set. So take your time and enjoy the journey of leveling up to ensure that you get the most out of your gaming experience. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this guide to unlocking and playing Horde allied races helpful. With their unique racial traits and intriguing backstories, allied races offer a new and exciting way to experience the World of Warcraft. Whether you're leveling up your first allied race or your 5th, best of luck on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Warcraft content, and let me know in the comments which allied race is your favorite. See you in Azeroth.